Now, in the wake of the upcoming presidential elections, opposition leaders are now churning out a strong strategy. With the presidential elections just around the corner, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is now making an effort to create a third front against the Bharatiya Janata Party. With an initiative of creating a strong and effective opposition against the centre, Mamata Banerjee has now called in for a joint conference of opposition leaders with presidential elections on the agenda. The West Bengal Chief Minister has now reached out to the opposition chief ministers and key leaders to participate in the 15th June joint meeting at the Constitution Club in the national capital from 3 p.m. onwards. During the joint press conference, the opposition leaders are expected to deliberate and reconvene on the future course of Indian politics. Meanwhile, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Rawat has confirmed that Uddhav Thackeray has received received an invite to the June 15 meeting in Delhi, but due to prior engagements in Ayodhya, a prominent leader of their party will be taking part instead of him in the meeting.
पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री ममता बनर्जी ने ममता दीदी ने जरूर एक मीटिंग बुलाई है दिल्ली में 15 जून को। उसमें सिर्फ राष्ट्रपति का चुनाव नहीं है, और भी देश में जो मुद्दे हैं, मिसयूज ऑफ सेंट्रल एजेंसीज है, सेंट्रल और स्टेट का जो रिलेशन है, जो सेंट्रल जिस तरह से हमको स्टेट को अन्याय कर रही है, सभी मुद्दों पर चर्चा होगी। दिल्ली में बैठक है, शिवसेना की तरफ से हमारा एक प्रमुख नेता उस बैठक में उपस्थित रहेंगे।
The non-BJP parties, opposition parties, now the Congress is they're trying to contest a alternative candidate to the BJP. Now the discussions are going on to defeat the BJP's candidate in the presidential election. They are now seeming to be united, and they're trying to unite.
All right, joining us for more on that, Indrajit Kundu, give us the latest updates on this, Indrajit.
Well, Nabila, Mamata Banerjee has, of course, written to 25 leaders, including various opposition chief ministers, for that meeting that may take place on the 15th of this month in New Delhi's Constitution Club. Of course, Mamata Banerjee taking the lead as far as opposition leaders are concerned and trying to consolidate opposition support, and in case there is a consensus candidate that can be brought out on behalf of the opposition, so that there can be a concerted pressure that is mounted on the ruling establishment, that is the BJP and the NDA. So clearly Mamata Banerjee taking a lead. She has written to 25 opposition leaders, including all the top chief ministers, Uddhav Thackeray, she's written to Bhagwant Mann, she's written to Naveen Patnaik, cutting across political parties across the spectrum in the opposition league. So obviously the Trinamool Congress believes that it is a force to reckon with at this point in time, and Mamata Banerjee is the leader who has got that acceptance as far as the entire opposition camp, and therefore Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool Congress trying to portray itself as one political force that's taking the BJP head on, and therefore trying to galvanize support against the BJP, in a sense to bring some sort of a consensus among the opposition parties as far as this presidential election is concerned. So clearly it's going to be very, very crucial and interesting. Mamata Banerjee planning to fly down to New Delhi in a few days from now to attend that very crucial meeting that the Trinamool Congress hopes to plan on the 15th of this month.
Thank you very much, Indrajit, for joining us on that. We're going to continue tracking those details. But for now, some big news coming in.